Behind the name, The Lost Science of Ancient Surgery, Tools That Still Work Today, is a story that rarely gets told in full. In the heart of a bustling marketplace in ancient India, a young woman named Anaya stands nervously outside a modest clinic, her palms clammy with anticipation. The air is thick with the fragrant aromas of spices, but it's not the scent of saffron or cardamom that fills her senses. It's the sharp tang of antiseptic, mixed with a hint of something earthy, something almost primal. Inside, a skilled surgeon known as Sushil is preparing for a procedure that will change Anaya's life forever. Anaya has suffered from a debilitating condition that has left her unable to walk properly, an ailment that modern medicine in her time has dismissed as just fate. Sushil, however, is not just any doctor. He is a master of ancient surgical techniques that have been passed down through generations. With meticulous precision, he sharpens his instruments, the very same tools used by his ancestors, crafted from iron and bronze, gleaming under the dim light of the oil lamps. Sushil's hands move deftly, wrapping the surgical tools in clean linen, each fold a gesture of respect for the healing heritage he bears. He knows that these instruments, shaped by the hands of those who lived thousands of years before him, are not mere relics of a forgotten time. They are gateways to healing. As Anaya steps into the clinic, she sees the gleam of the instruments and feels a flicker of hope. What if these ancient methods, lost in the tides of modernity and skepticism, hold the key to her recovery? The tension in the room is palpable. Sushil begins to explain the procedure, demonstrating how a tool called a surgical trephine, a circular saw-like device, will remove the bone that has been pressing on her nerves. This technique was used to relieve pressure in similar cases, long before our time, he assures her, his voice steady and reassuring. Anaya's heart races. She can almost hear the echoes of patients from centuries ago, crying out in relief after being freed from their suffering. As he begins the operation, the rhythmic sound of his instruments becomes a song of hope. The ancient art of surgery extends far beyond the physical act. It encompasses a philosophy of care, one that deeply respects not just the body, but the spirit of the person being healed. Each cut is deliberate, each action a promise to restore not just Anaya's ability to walk, but her dignity and her dreams. Fast forward to the present day, where echoes of Sushil's ancient techniques resonate in modern surgical theaters across the globe. Surgeons today are uncovering the lost science of ancient surgery, realizing that some of the most effective methods were already in use centuries ago. As the camera pans across a contemporary operating room, we see a young surgeon, Dr. Mia Patel, skillfully replicating a procedure that has its roots in the ancient texts of Ayurvedic medicine. Dr. Patel is not merely a surgeon, she is a bridge between eras. The instruments she holds were carefully inspired by those of old, crafted with the same expertise, designed to perform with the same precision. With her team, she employs techniques that date back over 2,000 years, showcasing how time-honored practices can be seamlessly integrated into today's medical landscape. What's fascinating is that while technology has advanced, the fundamental principles of healing remain unchanged. The momentum is growing, fueled by the realization that the wisdom of the past offers invaluable insights for modern medicine. With a gentle smile, Dr. Patel speaks to her patient, reassuring them that they are in good hands, hands that have been guided by generations of healers. Patients find themselves comforted not just by the technology of today, but by the ancient knowledge that has endured time. As she performs a complex procedure, we see a close-up of her inspiring focus. The ancient forceps she uses, forged from the same materials as those centuries ago, work with an elegance that seems almost poetic. Each tool carries a story, echoing the sounds of ancient stone temples where healers once whispered prayers over their patients. The narrative grows richer, with the growing interest in what can be learned from these historical practices. Research studies emerge, exploring the efficacy of ancient surgical methods. The accolades for Dr. Patel and her peers rise alongside the recognition that these techniques were not just methods, but were shaped by a culture that revered healing as a sacred art. Yet not all is smooth sailing. The conflict lies in the skepticism that often accompanies the intersection of ancient wisdom and modern science. Critics argue that reliance on practices from the past may not always align with the fast-paced advances in today's medical field. Dr. Patel, ever the idealist, welcomes the challenge. She passionately engages in dialogues with skeptics, sharing her insights on how ancient techniques hold the power to enhance modern practices, not diminish them. Through her dedication, she ignites interest in medical schools, prompting newfound courses exploring historical surgical practices. Students become intrigued by the intertwining stories of ancient surgeons and modern healers, creating a new generation of doctors who believe in the power of both science and tradition. Meanwhile, Anaya's story does not end in that small clinic. Years later, she walks confidently through the very streets that once intimidated her, her life transformed. The practice that saved her has now inspired her to become a storyteller, sharing her journey of resilience and healing with anyone who will listen. She embodies hope, a living testament to the power of ancient knowledge and modern perseverance. As we witness this evolution, a new chapter unfolds, the realization that healing is a continuum, one that draws from the wisdom of the past to inform the innovations of the future. In a world that often rushes to discard the old in favor of the new, the journey of uncovering ancient surgical techniques reminds us that sometimes the most effective solutions lie not just in the cutting-edge science of today, but in the wisdom woven into the fabric of our shared history. As the camera zooms out, showing Anaya walking down the road, a smile gracing her face, we are reminded that healing is not merely a physical act, it's a narrative of connection, respect, and an enduring spark of hope. Together, we embrace the lost science of ancient surgery, recognizing that these forgotten tools still work today, bridging the past and the present, enriching the stories we tell about healing for generations to come. If this story stayed with